because nobody got up and said anything about it, I suppose. And so I figured, I got the knowledge. Somebody needs to get it out there. We might as well try, And actually, the internet, it's just been fascinating. I've had folks from, I don't know if you heard me mention last time, but I've had folks from China and Australia and the UK, all over the world that are hitting this thing, Not huge numbers, but enough that, that folks are sending messages saying, hey, thanks for doing this. It really hit home to me. And, if I can change the life of even one child by this talk, let's say, and somebody watches this thing, and, a lot of these folks on the internet are younger folks, they're, in their 20s or even late teens. Eventually they're going to have kids. So maybe they'll watch this video or save this video or something, and they'll say, when I have my child, I'm going to watch this and see if I can't make a difference. So maybe then 40 years later they'll be saying, gosh, I'm glad I learned that, So anyway, we'll see what happens. But I apologize, I couldn't have helped you 40 years ago.
Guys, 40 years ago wouldn't have touched it. No.
Wouldn't have paid attention.
Wouldn't have touched it.
Is that right?
Yeah. Guys now are a lot different. They're so much more involved with their families and their kids.
You think so?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I think they've had to be. The two career households.
Yeah, with the women working more. Yeah, the comment was that
Takes both.
that guys are much more involved.
2 careers in my day.
Yeah.
The guys were different, I'm telling you.
Is that right?
Oh, I watch them. You can go to ball games and things now, and compared to when my kids were little, it's just like I'm 63 years old. It's like a different world. Watching how many guys
How they
have
react.
hands-on with their little kids, help the mom with the
Yeah.
little ones, and it's
Right.
amazing. Yeah.
That's a good thing, It's good to hear that society's changing in a good way,
It really is. It really is.
That's good.
When we were having kids, the husband worked and the wife raised the kids. The husband was busy or didn't put a lot into the kids. He was busy working. Now, it's the same thing. Both parents are working, but both parents are working and raising the kids now. Whereas I didn't feel like that when I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
I was
So-
busy working 2 jobs usually.
Do you think that's you think the change is because society expects more out of men now, or do you think it's because there's just folks understand raising kids more and the importance of the father and all
I
that?
think that.
The last part?
Yeah, I think so. And just like one example that really blows me away is my grandson has a substitute teacher right now because his regular teacher, who is a man, is off because they have a brand new baby. And he
Yeah.
took a leave to help his mom.
Yeah, we've
Never
had
heard
friends.
that.
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Come on.
Well, and I think in a lot of professions, the guy couldn't do that. But I think in teaching, is it equal? Is that
My
right, Laura?
husband was off when we had our kids.
Yeah, and I have another friend who both were teachers, the husband and the wife, and he took a year off. Well, I forget how it was. Maybe she took a year off the first year the child was alive, and then the second year he took the year off. And so together, they alternated, basically staying home with that child while the other one worked.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty novel thing. I would imagine back in 30, 40 years ago that probably didn't happen very often. I would know.
Never. Guys didn't do
You
it.
had
Yeah.
to work.
Right.
You didn't work, you didn't get paid.
Right, and I guess, when you both are teachers, you're both making about the same salary and all that. I think in other relationships, it may be different. If the man's making a heck of a lot more money, 3 or 4 times more than the woman might, or vice versa, it's hard to lose that income, I think. So, but, it's interesting. I've only been a parent for a few years here, and so I don't have the perspective, that it used to be that much different, I suppose. So.
Well, and then when I worked, we didn't have paid maternity leaves. We got the time off,
You were guaranteed your job
but it was exactly.
when you went back. Yeah.
Some places would, when you got pregnant, you're gone.
Is that right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
fired you.
Well, years ago at Western Electric,